What are the rules for right-of-way coming around the mark? Like in that situation.
Yeah. So Leeward has right of way over the windward boat. Basically, starboard they both have right of way over port tack boats coming in, just as anywhere else on the course, pretty much. And
I mean, boat does have
what?
The yellow boat does have
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why the yellow boat has room around the mark, so the blue boat can't head them up into the mark or cut them off. So that's why if you're the blue boat here and yellow is mark trapping you, that's why you're forced to get held out, because you can't just say I'm lured and I'm going to get out of this by forcing them up and getting away from them and forcing them to miss the mark. That doesn't work. They are entitled to room around the mark, but they're the one, they probably won't take it immediately.
See, another thing they can add into for the advice, like how to get out of it, is that you'll see when you practice mark traps for the first 3-4 years that it's tough to get it right. So let's say you're the yellow boat trying to trap out the blue boat. It's tough to have your speed and timing right, because you need to have a little momentum to be able to go if you need to. But let's say you stop, then the blue boat can just kind of sail around you and you just wasted your time. So one thing to note is that your speeds, you don't want them to be always the same, in the sense that, okay, if you see the yellow boat really doesn't have any speed, you might be able to get around them. If you see that they're moving, then you can stop and avoid getting stuck in there. So it's kind of like, I'll show really quickly.
Stop and trap you. And they'll just go right over you, where you can stop and tap.
Yeah.
Well, as blue, you never want to give up on just getting shot out of that. If there's anything you can do in terms of speed and stuff like that.
I mean, if Yellow's doing it properly, he's going to match your speed the whole way.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm saying if they're doing it probably, but I'm saying
it's hard to
it's
sometimes
hard in the
do that.
beginning. Like, recognize that they might not always do a perfect job in the beginning. So let's say Yellow's trying to trap you out, but for some reason, they just die and they don't pick up their speed. There's a ship. That might be the time to go around them. But if they start going, and then might say, okay, I'll chill here, let them just go around, because if there's enough space that you can fit in or something legally, just recognize that there's, and analyze the situation to see what's going on, and it's not always going to be the same way every time. I was going to say something else, but I'll
Okay. The other maneuver, similar to a mark trap, probably what I should have started with, is a pass back.
I'm gonna just draw boats.
So that I don't break Ellen's set. Okay, so a pass back is very similar to a mark trap, and you have basically 3 boats lined up, and I don't want to do this. You have a third boat that can be pretty much anywhere here. And the goal is that this boat, these are both on the same team. So this boat is trying to get his teammate further up the course, either in front of 2 or in front of both of them. And the way they do this is this boat will just try and match speeds with 2 and just slow them down. So by being to windward of them, wind is here, they're pretty much controlling all the wind that the second boat is getting. So if they completely cover them, they're just taking all the wind, because their wind shadow is just down here. So 2 doesn't really get any wind, and they slow down, stall out, and they can't do as well. While 1, your other teammate is still sailing as fast as they can. They've still got clear air, and hopefully these 2 will just kind of slow down, luffing their sails and whatnot, and this boat will be able to just keep sailing at full speed and pass ahead of them. There are some different variations on that, but that's the basic idea, is that you have a pair and the boat on your team is trying to slow the other boat down. And so obviously this boat's not going to just give up on it, so they're both going to be struggling to do whatever the other one's not doing. And to try and get out of it. So this one will try and be sailing at full speed, and then this one, the windward boat will probably come down on them. So I'm gonna take a chance and use these. So if they're both sailing along like this, and your green's teammate is over here, trying to get further up the course, green can come down to red and just sit right on top of them like that. Meanwhile, the purple boat's sailing fast, trying to get up here. The green boat can just sit here and luff, and then as soon as the green boat starts to luff, these guys may speed up, trying to get out in front, and then so the green boat speeds up again, and they're just continuously matching them. So then the red boat says, I'm going to try and slow down, get out the back here. Green boat slows down as well, and they just keep matching each other, holding position, all the while the purple boat's sailing as fast as they can, and if it's done effectively, the purple boat will end up, right in line with the green one or a little bit ahead, and then they can go back to sailing their race or doing, whatever else they have to do. But the passback's all about controlling your opponent, and that's mostly done by just covering their wind and holding them out from tacking or maneuvering other than just staying right below you. Any questions with that? Yes.
Just kind of one, you mentioned the combinations at the beginning, but this is sort of different from any kind of racing that you guys would have seen before, because most of the time the race won't really develop until like the last leg. You'll sort of see where people are going, and it's not in the other types of racing we do where you want to be the first boat around the course. In this case, it might be strategic for you to hang back or to take somebody out of the race, and you could wait for your entire team to go by you and then try and finish.
Right, so, depending on your combination, you might not be trying to get first place. You're just trying to get a winning combination for your team. So there are what's called stable and unstable combinations. Stable ones are ones that are really hard for the opponent to unbalance you and take the lead. And unstable ones, obviously, are easy to be taken out of the lead and for your opponent to get ahead. So if you're in a stable combination, which doesn't necessarily include a first place, you can do very well. And that's where it's really important for the crew to be, keeping you informed on what your combination is, how many points you have, and what they think the other boat's going to try and do. Because it's, if you can sail well in like a 2, 3, 4 the whole way around the race course, you're going to be pretty set. Anything else?
So rate out the 3 stables combination.
It feels weird having a team race talk without them up there.
What?
Just keep going.
Go.
Okay, well, I never really got taught them. So
I'm sure you can do
it's
it.
2, 3, 4, 1, 4,
1,
5,
4,
and
1, 2.
1, 2,
and 1, 4, 5.
I don't like 1 4 5. I don't like it's stable. I think that's
I
Third best.
either. I don't know why it keeps that guy.
Well, 1, 4, 5 stable because you have the 2 boats here, and there's only 1 boat behind them that can do anything to them.
Yeah, and then there's supposed to be.
And there are 2 boats between them, and if the 2 boats between them try and do anything, then the one just sails further ahead.
Yeah.
But what you can see about these is that there's kind of like a group. So 4 and 5 are going to stick together and work together. 1 and 2 can work together, and 2, 3, 4 are all right there. They can work together. So it kind of keeps the other team spread apart from them. And so those are stable combinations.
I can't hear out of his ear, so I can't hear.
Do you guys understand what he means by the combinations? Like, what does 1, 2, 3 mean? Okay, just check on make sure.
Just touch on your it's like if you're the first boat sailing fast and trying to stay in the one or watching teams.
I'm gonna do that next week.
Yeah, this is pretty brief. This is
You have a video?
Not
Okay.
really. I could show like
No, you don't have to.
video if
Whatever.
anyone wants to see.
But just say, okay, so let's just recap with what do you guys think are like the most important things to team race well? Super basic.
Communication.
Communication, huge. Huge. And that means with your crew and skipper, but also the other boats on your team so you know what's going on at all times. look, this looks really pretty on the board, but once you're in the water, it's hard to be like, I don't even know what place I'm in right now. It's like you don't always know. Like we're in a 1, 3, 4 right now because you don't know. So it's like keeping like seeing where you are in relation to other boats. All right, what's another thing?
Boat handling.
Boat handling. Why is that important?
Quick tactics, like quick moves.
Controlling your speed.
Yeah, because you know how to
Okay. How about one more thing that's important?
Knowing the rules.
Winning. The rules.
Knowing the rules.
Knowing the rules.
Using the rules to your
All right.
advantage. Also, we host a team race, just so everyone knows, at Baseline Lake this spring. It's a Big Ten team race, so we
First
do
is
this.
gonna need.
And that was my first team race, and I did, and it was really fun. So
It's always good. Something
I had a good time. We sailed through hail. It was great.
I did your floating song.
I had my phone in my dressing pocket for that whole race.
Remember the whole race that just like started pouring rain? Oh, that was awful.
This is never Big Ten really do, right?
That was fun.
I know, I heard about it because my whole family was there.
But
It's
that's
like
that's
that.
what it's wall.
You just end up like, you want to say something?
I was not.
Yeah.
Yay!